Show me hope and glory, write us a different story, and I'll be waiting on Christmas night. Christmas, a time to be cheerful and joyful, but baby, you left me alone.
Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to beautiful, sunny Indianapolis. You can see the sun is pouring in right here, and we're about to do a master class for MG Wellness called How to Live My Best Life on Chemo. I am going to bring it over to the stars of the show here in just a moment, but I am watching live, and we will be checking all the comments that are going on here at Facebook and in YouTube. If you're watching live, you can ask questions. If you're not watching live, this is a replay. Ask the questions. We're always watching the chat, and there's opportunities for us to even do this live today. So if it's Saturday afternoon, we would love to help you out here. On that, I'm going to bring over Dr. John and Dr. Kelly, who are sitting across the room from me. Say hello, and I'm going to turn the show over to them.
Hi, we are thrilled to have you join us today for this live event and masterclass. Let's go ahead and bring up our slides. So today we want to talk about how to live your best life on chemo.
For this masterclass today, please turn off all your distractions.
So our mission is to help you take your next step in your journey to health. We have over 4 combined decades of experience in caring for patients who have walked through and are walking through a cancer journey. In addition to caring for those patients, we have been involved in and led research and published that research to help further our knowledge in medicine. One of the frustrations that we have frequently encountered with patients is the lack of valuable and helpful information that is out there to help patients walk through a chemotherapy journey with success. So one of the things that we are excited about is that this can be our next act in our career to help as many patients as possible with this valuable information. We're going to show you how you can overcome your shock, confusion, worry, and struggle of facing a cancer diagnosis and the need for chemotherapy. Instead, you can feel confident that you are moving in the right direction. This transformation will begin when you gain and absorb the knowledge from our course that will empower you to conquer your fear.
Why are you here today? We've identified 3 distinct groups involved in the cancer journey. The first one is the conqueror. You as a patient are bravely facing a cancer diagnosis, searching for the support, knowledge, and companions to empower you through your fight.
You may be a caregiver that's joining us today. This is an often overlooked individual in the cancer journey, but such an important individual. You are walking hand in hand with a loved one who's battling cancer. You want to make sure that you are providing the best support, hope, and love.
You might be the cheerleader. A loved one's been diagnosed with cancer. Though you're not in the position to be involved in the day-to-day care, you want to be a source of hope, joy, and inspiration. Different people, of these 3, different people are watching today. Why don't you type in the comments below which of these 3 types that you are?
So in today's masterclass, we've already introduced ourselves and we've talked about our mission. Next, we want to talk about cancer's most important questions. When you receive a diagnosis of cancer, many questions go through your head. And there are some really vital questions that you need answers to in order to move forward in your journey. Then we'll talk about a special offer with today's event and some closing encouragement.
To go forward on your journey through cancer, you've got to understand several things. First, you have to understand your diagnosis. Once you understand that, you need to understand your treatment plan. Once those are in place, you need to be able to ask good questions. And finally, to step forward on your journey battling cancer and going through chemotherapy, you need to be able to create an action plan.
So we were talking about those questions that you need answers to. What questions do you need answered after you're diagnosed with cancer? Well, here are some.
What is cancer? What cancer is and what cancer isn't, where it comes from, it's all really important, and you need to know it.
You also have lots of questions about what chemotherapy is and what it isn't, and how to understand the treatment that might be recommended for you.
The latest buzzword in the media is immunotherapy. What is immunotherapy? You need to understand what it is if that's been prescribed for you.
We all know that the side effects of chemotherapy, they stink. But what can you do to help decrease those risks of side effects?
Are eating, running, and relaxing important? Of course they are. Let's take a little deeper dive into it. There are certain foods that can help you in your journey fighting cancer. There are 3 specific foods that can cut risk. There are 3 foods that you can cut out to decrease your inflammation. And there are 3 foods that you should avoid because they actually increase your risk of developing cancer. Since you're here on our masterclass today, one special offer we have for you is this information. So go to mybestlife.online/foods and download this helpful handout.
The next question that you need answered is, how do I navigate doctor's visits? How do I talk to my doctor? What if I want a second opinion?
Finally, what do I do after treatment's done? Is this it? What's the next step? How am I going to be followed?
So where do you find all of these answers? Well, today we want to talk about how we have put together something for you to answer all of these questions. What's included in our course?
So each of the questions that we just addressed, we've developed into a module, 6 modules in total, with over 5.5 hours of training, education, coaching for patients and caregivers.
Also, we would provide a private online community that you can be a part of. This is a community of men and women who are on similar journeys to help all of us live our best life.
You get lifetime access to new material. We will continue to update the course with new resources, new information, and you will always have complete access as long as the internet exists.
Finally, in this course, you also have access to weekly live coaching sessions where you can get your specific questions answered every week by both of us.
So what comes with this course? This is a lot of valuable content.
But we don't want you to hear just what we say. While our patients are incredibly valuable to us, and we feel that we have learned more from our patients than we have ever given to them, we do want you to hear a couple of quotes from our patients about what our interactions have meant to them. First, you and Dr. Geisler are heaven sent, and I love that when other doctors said no, y'all say, let's give it a try. Hearing that is one of the best things a patient can hear.
Another patient said, no doctor has ever spoken to me with the genuine interest and care that you have. I will always remember you sitting beside me instead of across the room, and how much that meant to me at such a scary time as that first appointment.
So, what does this course cost?
Even more important, what is it worth? What are more good days worth? Well, if you think that this course includes at least 10 doctor's visits of information, that's an approximate value of $1,550. We also include information that would be involved in 5 visits to a naturopathic physician and 5 visits to a cancer nutritionist. That's an approximate value of $2,200. Lost days on work. With side effects, the average cancer patient going through chemotherapy loses 18 days of work. That's an approximate value of $4,500. All in all, that's over $8,000 in value from this course.
So, what does it cost? Well, we were encouraged to charge a one-time payment of $997. But that didn't align with our goal to provide the most care to the most individuals walking through this cancer journey.
So after lots of soul searching and discussion, we landed on $497 as a one-time payment. We understand that a lot of people would rather do it in installments, so another option is $197 a month for 3 months.
As a special bonus for being with us on this masterclass today, if you choose to purchase the course by midnight Pacific time on December 25th, 2019, we will be offering a free one-on-one 30-minute coaching session with the two of us so that we can help you on your cancer journey.
There are lots of other common questions that people have once they're starting to think about buying the course. First one is, do I get all the access at once, or does it come dripped out over weeks? You get all of the access immediately when you purchase the course.
Why should I do this course? You're not my doctors. That's a really good question. I'll tell you this, the honest truth is that most cancer doctors have so much work to accomplish in a day. And oftentimes, they don't have time to sit down and have extended discussions to try to answer all of these really important questions. We're not here to replace your doctor. We're here to come alongside and provide support and information that can give you confidence and empower you in your walk through a cancer journey.
How can I gift this course? If you decide you're going to gift this course, after you've purchased it, email us and we can set up access for the person that you're gifting it to.
Will this help if I have already started treatment? Yes, it will. We have actually seen this happen throughout our careers. We've been at centers that have been referral centers or places that people came for second or third opinions. And we have seen patients that haven't had this knowledge that we're talking about, who have suffered through chemotherapy treatment. And with a few simple changes in their treatment plan, they have benefited from changes that you get answers to in this course. We want to thank you for joining us in this masterclass today. We have been doing this for over 4 decades. We realize that these questions need to be answered, and to date, there has been no good way to do that. We've looked hard for a resource to be able to answer questions for our patients. But other than one-on-one interactions with patients, we've not been able to find a great resource. So we've worked hard to be able to give you answers to these really important questions so that you can have more good days than bad days. We hope that you will allow us to come alongside you to help you live your best life on chemo.